friends, good morning. It is math time. We are ready for page 274. Okay, so this week we've been progressing. We have been working with two-digit addition, so both of our add-ins have had a digit in the tens place and the ones place. We've practiced making quick tens and then making our quick 10 picture match our math sentence. Today, friends, we are just going to focus on solving the math sentence. So, let's get started. Number 1, 38 plus 94. First things first, I take a look at my ones. 8 plus 4 is 12. In the number 12, I would have a 1 in the tens place. Oops. And then I would have a 2 in the ones place. So I would record my 110 that I created and then the 2 ones. Then I'm going to add up everything in my tens place. I have 3 plus 1, which is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13. So that is telling me that 9 tens plus 1 10 is 10 tens plus 3 more tens. So friends, if I have 13 tens is equal to 130. And I have a 2 in the ones place. So my answer is going to be 132. When I have 10 ones, I get a new 10. When I have 10 tens, I get a 100s block. Okay? All right, let's take a look at number 2. 45 plus 52. I'm going to add up my ones first. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 tens plus 5 tens is 9 tens. Watch how I write my sum. Remember, the sum is the answer to an addition sentence. My sum is lined up with my add-ins. So I have 7 ones that's lined up with my ones in the add-ins. My 9 tens is lined up with my tens in my add-ins. I want to keep everything in a nice, neat line. Number 3, 83 plus 76. First things first, my ones. 3 plus 6 is 9. Then I have 8 tens plus 7 tens. I know that 8 plus 7 is 15. Oh, that's my cat Java. She says hi. 8 plus 7 is 15. So 80 plus 70 would be 150. So I'm going to have a 1 in my hundreds place, a 5 in my tens place, and then I have 9 ones. What we do for ones, we do for tens. Like I said earlier, 10 ones gets me to 110. 10 tens gets me to 100, and that always moves over to the next place value. Number 4, 56 plus 35. I'm going to add my ones. 6 plus 5. I created a 10 because my answer is 11. So I record my 110 up there, and I would have 1 left over. 110 plus 5 tens is 6 tens. 6 tens plus 3 tens is 9 tens. Friends, if you feel like this is going well for you, go ahead and pause the video, work through number 5, and then go ahead and hit play and see if we get the same answer. Don't forget to start with your ones. 63 plus 51. Start with my ones. 3 plus 1 is 4. Then I move to my tens. 6 tens plus 5 tens. 6 plus 5 is 11. Okay. 11 tens. That is 10 tens, so that means I'm going to have 100. So my answer is going to be 114. Number 6 says 74 plus 49. I start with my ones. 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is 13. Is 13 bigger than 10? Yes, it is by 3, so I would have 3 ones left over, and I have to record my 10. I regrouped. Regrouping means I have 10 ones to get me to a 10, or it could mean that I have 10 tens to get me to a 1, or to get me to a 100. I regrouped, showing that I made a 10, and I recorded it up here. I'm going to give that 110 to my 7 tens, so now I have 8 tens plus 4 tens. I know that 8 plus 4 is 12. Now I have 12 tens. 12 tens is equal to 120, so I've got to show that I made 100. And then I would have 2 tens left over. All right, Let's turn to page 275. Again, friends, if you feel like this is going well for you, you're not struggling, it's going really well for you, go ahead and pause me, work through a couple on your own, and then hit play and watch me solve them just to make sure that you're still getting the same answer as me. Okay? The directions are to write the sum. So my add-ins are 52 and 37. I'm going to put my ones together. 2 plus 7, 9. 5 tens plus 3 tens, 8 tens. See, this one isn't so nice. My 8 should really be lined up with my 1. Sometimes it's not always, but we know that that 1 should really belong underneath the 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 8 plus 2, so 80 plus 20 would get me to a 100. So I have to hold that place value there, right? I don't have any extra 10s left over, but I have to leave that there. Otherwise, my number would look like 19 instead of 109. And we know that that wouldn't be true. 88 plus 21 would be 109. It wouldn't be 19. So I've got to put that 0 in there to hold that place. Number 9, 74 plus 67. Add my ones together. 4 plus 7, 11. I regrouped. I carried my 110 over. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that 110 with that 6 because I like the doubles. So then I would have 7 tens plus 7 tens. 7 plus 7 is 14. So it would be 141. Number 10, 93 plus 54. I start with my ones. 3 plus 4 is 7. 9 tens plus 5 tens. So this would be like 90 plus 50. That is 9 plus 5. 14. So 90 plus 50 would be 140. Then I have to add my ones. 147. Number 11. 2 plus 8. That's 10. 1 plus 9. So 10 plus 90 is 100. 100 plus 70 would be 170. Do you see how I'm lining my ones, my tens up, and then I go right next door for my hundreds place? Number 12, 56 plus 16. Add my ones. 6 plus 6, that's a double stack. That's easy for me. 6 plus 6 is 12. I'm going to add my tens. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7, or 10 plus 50 is 60. 60 plus 10 more is 70. So my answer would be 72. Number 13, 31 plus 45. I'm going to add my ones together. 1 plus 5 is 6. 30 plus 40, 70. Number 14, 43 plus 72. I add my ones. 3 plus 2 is 5. Then I'm going to add my tens. 40 plus 70. 40 plus 70 is 110. So I'm going to have a 1 in the hundreds place and a 1 in the tens place. Oh, that looks like an arrow, and it should not be an arrow. Sorry, friends. So my answer is going to be 115. Here's the word problem. I'm going to read the word problem out loud. I want you to go ahead and try to solve it on your own, and then check back with me to see if we solved it the same way. I'm going to go ahead and read it out loud. Without finding the sums, circle the pair of add-ins for which the sum will be greater than 100. Remember, the add-ins are what I add together to get my sum. So the sum is an answer to an addition problem. So just taking a look at the numbers that are in the green boxes, circle the ones that you believe will be greater than 100. 73 and 18, 47 and 62, 54 and 71, 36 and 59. if I were you, I would take a look at your tens first. Because if you know that if your tens are already going to get you to 100, then your answer, your sum is going to be greater than 100. So if I follow that, friends, I automatically can look at 54 and 71 because I know that if I add 50 and 70 together, that's already bigger than 100. So I would circle them right away. Using that same thought, what else could you put together? What other add-ins do you think if you put them together would get you to a sum greater than 100? If you said 47 and 62, I agree because I know that 40 and 60 does get me to 100 automatically. And so as long as they have some ones, which I notice that they do, they have 7 and 2, that's bigger than 100. So then it says, explain how you decided which pairs to circle. Well, what did we do, friends? We looked at the tens. Go ahead and pause and get that copied down, please. And then we have mid-chapter checkpoint, which we are going to skip. If you get extra time and you want to work through there, I think that that would be great. Okay, you can go ahead and pause and go to the next video to hear about your